All right. I've been thinking about this for a bit, and I just finished my track workout, and I felt like, oh, it's the perfect time to do a summer recap. I feel like I've done summer recaps on Instagram, with the carousel or whatever, and I feel like with Instagram you got to be so curated sometimes because you're worried about like engagement, what people think, will they look at this, will they check that out, what's going to happen, all that good stuff. So I love YouTube, um, and so I decided, hey, let's do a summer recap on YouTube. So we ain't even got to think about none of that stuff because if you made it here, you're looking for something longer than 30 seconds. So stay with me. But yeah, summer was crazy. Um, it was a great summer of growth, development, and I think honestly, like just love, man. Like just growing, seeing people, meeting people, collaborating with people, and realizing that what I do is not central to just me, right? Like, I could be the best coach, the best whatever, but if I don't have people to learn from, talk to, fellowship with, and I ain't gonna get much better. So that's what was cool about this summer. I think in the beginning before summer, it was like setting an intention for mental health and being healthy in that way and the collaboration. And I think even if I wasn't thinking about collaboration every single day, me having written that down before I started the summer, it kind of was just in my mind for everything. If someone hit me up about something, I'm like, hey, let's do it. If someone was like, hey, you want to do this, do that, let's do that. It wasn't more, it was my first, thought wasn't to say no. It was, okay, how can we do this? Let's make this work. And it wasn't ever thinking about what money I'm going to make, how am I going to do this, how I'm going to shake that out. It was more like, what we're going to do. Let's do this together, right? And that was pretty sick. You know, um, if you followed Instagram, whatever, you saw the track club, had a great time. You saw maybe that I had a vision I would say a vision, a goal to help 100 people get faster, right? And that was like kind of the goal I set out with this summer. And once again, it was just to like fellowship, serve, and do all that. And, I was on the plane the other day trying to add up the numbers. And I was like, oh, shoot, it was so close. But then I realized, oh, shoot, out of nowhere, I got this opportunity to come and help the Yuba City High School football team. That's like 40 guys right there, right? And then boom, there you go, your numbers hit. And it was just, I don't know if, you could say it's manifestation, you could say it's whatever. I do believe in that, so I'd love to manifest things. But a lot of times I would manifest things without action and without true belief. And I think this time it was like, oh, we had some true belief, we had some manifestation, we did this thing. And then we kind of moved towards it, right? And another thing that I was really proud of this summer is getting to connect with my dad's side of the family and learn more about him and talk to people that knew him and, fellowship with his sister, my family, right? And I was really close with them when I was younger and then in college and stuff. But then after that, it kind of fell off and that was on me. And so I was like, made that a thing. And it was the coolest thing because I got to learn so much more about him. Backstory, if you don't know, my dad was tragically killed before I was born. And so I didn't really know much about him or anything, and this past weekend was his birthday and I got to go and be with my aunt and her family and everything and to be with them, man, it was a great experience. Got to take my son out there, got to take Miri out there. It was just a beautiful thing for the family to come together, man. I had a great time, just love, positivity, energy was there. And then getting to sit with my aunt and go through pictures of him and I got to see his handwriting for the first time. I don't know how to explain what that did to me, but it was honestly amazing, and that wouldn't have happened if intention wasn't set and things weren't followed through with. So, you know, the track club was amazing. I had a great time with them, man, and just all the kids and everybody, athletes, parents, anyone that that even liked the post. Appreciate all y'all, man. People that donated for the kids to go to the game, get food and all that good stuff. That was amazing. To me, I have fun and growth each season, and this season was no different. We took the thing to new heights, and I think as you go forward, your only goal is how can you take it to more heights? How can we bring it to more people? How can we help more? So, yeah, and I think lastly, man, what I kind of want to get out of this video is just, don't sell yourself short. Like if you got a goal, you got something you want to achieve, go for it. I've been guilty of that in my life a lot of times, like I have this goal, but I'll say this one, and then I won't, and that's kind of where I go to this one and I don't go to that one because that one has some failure or losses probably associated with it, right? And no one likes the loss or the failure. But what I realized by that is those words are cool and they mean stuff, but in reality, they mean nothing because we learn the most from those things. So you can rename them if you want to. You know, you can rename them as, man, that was a growth opportunity, man. That was legit. That was a real big capital G growth opportunity. That lost, but it was a real growth opportunity because I learned something, right? So, you know, as you guys go into whatever career path it is, and summer's starting to end, we're starting to go to this other side. Just believe in yourself, do your thing, and just know that everybody, we got love for everybody out there. So, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you on the other side.